Hello Bits and Bones, my name is Lady V, and welcome to my channel. Today I just wanted to point out something that I've found a little bit odd. Since I've been a content creator, I've tried my hand at maintaining several types of Instagram accounts, aside from my personal Instagram. I have had and since deleted a writer Instagram account because I just couldn't engage with the format writing takes on such a visual platform, and it felt like writers didn't prioritize writing over pictures of their dogs, and I just wasn't here for that. I have an art Insta, which I don't upload to very often because I reserve it for finished artworks, which I haven't got to very much. And I have a photography account, which I post macro and nature photos to as a hobby. And between having had all of those accounts, I found a very odd phenomena that I guess I'll call like bombing. Although it happens more on my creative accounts, I've been like bombed sporadically by strangers on all of them. And I don't say strangers in like the oh, I don't know them, so it's creepy kind of way, but it's just kind of unexpected. The fact that I don't know them is the point. They're trying to draw my attention to them, and they want to be noticed and registered as someone that likes what I'm putting out. And it just strikes me as odd because of its excessive nature. I can't not notice them because they are literally my entire notification page, even when I scroll down. I can't quite tell if their strategy is to make sure that they're seen on the assumption that they could go unnoticed against the throngs of other people liking your content, but that's very rarely the case. I don't know who else is liking all my posts simultaneously within a 10-minute window. I'm a very small creator if you haven't noticed. And the weird thing is that like bombing has the opposite effect as what I think they intend. I notice them, yes, but I am more deterred by their insistence than if I'd noticed their interaction with my content casually. 1, it makes them look like they're a bot. And 2, when they throw that much attention at me, it feels like they're trying to force a social contract. You know, the classic like for like, follow for follow scheme. I usually take the time to go look at their profile and reciprocate interest if I like what they're doing, but I never do it out of obligation. And I just wanted to point this out because if this happens to you, you might feel like you have to respond, but I'd like to assure you that you don't. It sounds like looking a gift horse in the mouth. Like, why am I complaining about people liking my content? As much as I appreciate it, I want to make the stance that showing interest in someone's content doesn't entitle you to anything. Creators producing content that you enjoy is the favor to you, and everything else is cherries on top. I'm not saying you should ignore your fans, but if you're a creator, even in this form of microtransactions, be aware and make sure that you're not being taken advantage of by implied social obligations. When I get like bombed and I go to their profile and I'm not into what they're producing, I do end up feeling guilty. I feel guilty that I'm not reciprocating the interest that they showed in my work. But following them and clogging up my timeline with things that I don't want to engage with doesn't actually help either of us. It doesn't get them engagement in the long term because I'm not going to continue to like their stuff, and it waters down my access to content that I actually enjoy. If I ended up caving and following every stranger that like bombed my stuff, my account would essentially be ruined. There is something to be said here about creating a professional account away from your personal interests so that you can throw away the professional account's algorithm to appease the like bombing strangers and to follow your fans. But that's a lot of extra work if you're just a small content creator. I know that there are horror stories out there of people like bombing creators, then popping into their DMs to call them assholes for not reciprocating. But on the off chance that that happens, I just want to assert that just because they feel that way, that they feel ignored, it is not your responsibility to reciprocate. If they're engaged by your content, that's great. If you're not engaged by their content, then you just gotta leave it at that. The way I see it, it's just a matter of being honest, with others and with yourself. Don't force or lie about your interests just because someone overinvested in you. If they address that you've ignored them after they've like-bombed you, then that just proves that they only like-bombed you out of ulterior motives, and they're not good people you should be engaging with anyway. If you're a creator on Insta, let me know your experiences with like-bombing. What's the longest string of likes that you ever gotten hit with? How do you feel when someone comes on and likes, 30 of your photos? Do you feel validated, or do you just feel a little creeped out? Anyway, as always, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. A special thanks to my patrons. If you'd like to support me and my content, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below. You can find my content posting schedule soon on my banner, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!